Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we'll be reposting our feminist video, but we're gonna be adding our own commentary, and I will have a bonus clip for you guys at the end of the video. So today we'll be discussing feminism and the effects of feminism in South Africa. So please like, comment and subscribe for more content like this, and let's get straight to it.
You can never shame me for being a feminist. You can never make me shy away from claiming feminism proudly.
So the first thing to do is to actually define the term feminism. There's a lot of terms for feminism, but the easiest one I found was that feminism is the belief that women should be allowed the same rights, power and opportunities as men, and be treated in the same way or the set of activities intended to achieve this state. So it's fairness of the genders, of the two sexes. So we should be fair towards men, to women, so give them the same opportunities as a man would get. She should also get the same opportunities. Okay, that's fair enough.
Feminist is someone that fights for women's rights, equality, and they are basically for women.
I think a lot of Black women reject feminism because of the pedestal they hold romantic relationships with men on. They really believe that they cannot be feminists and be in relationships with men. They really believe that it's mutually exclusive for you to be a feminist and still crave companionship and desire marriage and kids or to love a man. I think a lot of Black women also don't understand that we cannot isolate women's rights from feminism.
So she basically confused feminism with human rights. Women's rights are actually human rights because these are the same basic rights that are given to any human being. This includes the right to privacy, the right to dignity, the right to bodily autonomy. But technically man doesn't have that right, because when you get drafted by the army, you have to go or else you're going to go to jail. So men don't have that right to bodily autonomy, but women have that right.
So they want to uphold and enjoy and even exercise women's rights, but they want to reject feminism simultaneously and then say, well, two truths can exist at once. No, this is what we call disillusionment, babe. You have the right to go to work, you have the right to open a bank account, you have the right to choose whether or not you get married and have kids, you have the right to do what you please with your body, whether it's sexually or pertaining to reproduction, because of feminism. Feminism had to exist first for you to be able to exercise these rights. The way we're so ready to reject feminism because of our allegiance to relationships with men, please with your body, whether it's sexually or pertaining to reproduction, because of feminism. Feminism had to exist first for you to be able to exercise these rights. The way we're so ready to reject feminism because of our allegiance to relationships with men is astounding and very dangerous for us. So you're rejecting the very thing that protects your ability to exist freely without it being controlled and dictated by what a man deems to be acceptable.
We've created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be in with it, every poor choice is glamorized. And every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves.
Yeah, and this is true, guys. You know, a woman's kryptonite is accountability. Like, a woman doesn't want to accept when she's wrong. So feminism is actually normalizing a lot of promiscuity, a lot of gold digging in the name of feminism. So yeah, it's their vehicle to normalize all this trashy behavior.
Feminist is someone that fights for women's rights, equality, and basically for women.
Meanwhile, assume that we're all feminists. Yeah. And my fellow sisters, I have to ask you, why in particular in South Africa do we need feminism?
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
We have a beautiful constitution, very beautiful, you know. Lefatshe le lotlhe le bua ka constitution ya rona. Mara ke mang mosadi wa ka reng yena o enjoy the freedoms that are enshrined in the constitution.
Ga ba bantsi.
Well, actually, I mean, let me be very frank and uncomfortable here. Our constitution is a feminist document, unapologetically so. It was drafted by mostly women, and most of those women were unapologetically feminist women. So when the constitution was being drafted and when its principles were being formulated, it was literally a battle between patriarchy and feminism.
Nice.
We've created
And if you can watch that video again, guys, you'll notice that every woman around the table agreed with that woman instead of them going and doing their own research. So people are afraid to formulate their own opinion, so they'd rather jump on someone else's opinion, and it's easy to support that guy's opinion, because if he's wrong, then yeah, he'll die alone on that hill. So yeah, that's another problem in our society, guys. We are too afraid to formulate our own opinions. Yeah.
a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself.
Guys, men don't give their wives enough credits, like, especially working wives, like, you do not give your wives enough credits.
What's happening? Huh?
Even housewives, Nji. I am so exhausted. I am so tired. If I was married, I was going to have to cook. And then there's kids as well that need my attention. And then at night, I pick up Mantombazan.
You keep talking, man. And you shut the
Yeah, guys, I thought women said they want it all. I mean, why are they complaining now? You have it all, baby. You have a wife. And when you have a husband, you are a wife, you have kids. You can be the chef. You can be the sexy side chick at night. Yeah, you can be Mother Teresa when the kid is sick. Hey, guys, big ups to women.
It's not easy to be a man. Someone dies by suicide in the UK every 90 minutes. 76% of these are male. 25 attempts for every death. Single biggest cause of death for men under the age of 45 is suicide. This crazy stat that people always talk about, the single biggest cause of death if you're under the age of 45. It's not easy to be a man.
Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
Meanwhile,
I say this with full love for men, but the reality is that men are draining by default. That the default assumption that you need to make for a man in your life is that he is not the source.
What's wrong, little one?
In fact, he is draining. He is draining by default. He is going to drain your time, your energy, your compassion, and your love. He is going to drain your beauty and your youth and all the resources that you have.
I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
I was a feminist when feminism was about equality, about levelling the playing field, giving women an opportunity to find their rightful place, particularly in the public world, which was tremendously important and exciting when we achieved that. But what feminism today, to me, is all about advantaging women at the expense of men. And it's become very much caught up in the demonisation of males, presenting them always at a disadvantage. And I don't want to have any part of that.
And guys, not to say I'm not a feminist. I am a feminist. I do believe that women should also vote. Now, women should also have their own bank accounts. But I will say this. A person that allowed a woman to start buying is the greatest genius ever. Because no one can fill up a trolley like a woman, dog. That was a genius idea. Yeah, let's give women credit cards so they can buy up these products. Hey, I'm also a businessman, so yes, my customers, I want them to be women. So yeah, this is they actually weaponized feminism against men. They brainwashed women and they weaponized women against men in the name of feminism.
Do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why do you think that is? Because men are useless.
What's happening? Huh?
I mean, love it. And by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men because I think I would die without gay men.
What do you mean? How? How have you... Oh, man.
Nobody can gossip.
I have Handy Manny at home. He fixes everything. When things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination.
Nope.
When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he throws out the recyclables. I enjoy all the man stuff.
A second. She's really talking about a servant. Let's face it.
Where did that come from, Doc? Misery loves company. This lady was talking about how she appreciates her husband so much. They were laughing at her, calling her husband a personal servant. Misery loves company, guys, and this is proof of it.
No, it's a handyman she's talking
no,
about.
it's a handyman. Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not have, well, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that.
My husband talks about his feelings with his
Maybe he's gay.
Please, man.
Feminism has been twisted of late. I feel like feminists have lost their way.
Yeah.
So much so that I don't identify with it anymore.
Sure.
Back in the day when women were marching to the union buildings to fight for the rights of women, that was feminism at its height.
Yeah.
At its best, at its peak. Feminism today are women who are fighting to have abortions without the consent of their husbands. I'm telling you the truth.
Sure.
These are conversations I've had on the radio with feminists who feel that it's their body.
What is a feminist?
Feminist is someone that fights for women's rights, equality, and they are basically for women.
And you are not that?
I am not that. And that's because I don't see it surface level.
What do you mean by that?
But me, I know that it's deeper than that. So that's why I'm like, don't identify with it. The way that you're going about it, it's already a zero for me. So the title is not enough. Just because you said you're for women and you're fighting for the equality rights of women is not enough for me to take it on. What makes me take it on is how you go about that, trying to bring equality, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
What is the deeper understanding of you and feminism and why you don't support it?
Okay, so in the beginning, I was always very sketchy about feminism because I was like, okay, I hear what they're saying. Like, okay, voting, what, men didn't allow us, what.
Damn, what? Hey, this is an agent, Mos.
When I did research on feminism, because I was like, okay, I'm very unsettled with this feminism thing. Let me get deep into it. Let me not just be satisfied with we are equals for women, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
The history says that women were not allowed to vote. Why was that? Like I said, if you go to Google and you're like, why were women not allowed to vote? It's going to say they said they're stupid.
They were stupid.
And they're very emotional, so no.
Hey, stop it. Why?
The reason why women were not allowed to vote is because men were the heads of the house. So they voted on behalf of their households.
We have representatives.
Yes, we've got one person representing us and what we're believing in, etc. The other reason was that women were more into, like, they were voting more municipal and local thing, yes, because they were in charge of the schools, the hospitals, the shops and whatnot, because women were more nurturers and whatnot. Those are the roles that they played.
Yeah, boy.
Anything with children, education, teaching, they were there, so they had the power there. Government at the time was force. Force meaning war, anything that had to do with violence. And because women are not, you're not going to war, you're not going to fight for the country. So why must you vote? Another reason that I saw that was very important is that there was a lot of women that were against women voting, because they saw it as if women start voting, then it's going to progress and more things and more and more and more.
Yazi, if you actually remove money from the table, a lot of men bring nothing to the table.
I believe that we are equal, but we're just not equal in the same way. You have your strengths, I have my weaknesses, I have my strengths, you have your weaknesses. Do you understand? So we're equal, as in we're equally as important, but we're just not going to say the equality is not going to look the same. It's just not going to look the same, and that is okay, you see.
Yeah, she actually made a great point. By the way, we should accept gender differences. Yeah, because we are equally different, if you get what I'm saying. And that is it for today's episode, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe for more content like this. Tomorrow I'll be dropping, actually not tomorrow, I'll be dropping a video, one video every week. So stay tuned for more videos coming up.
What